For our section of growing our faith related to humility this morning, I just want to give a short reflection because we have a lot of sharing to be done by the youth. But I was thinking about the word humility, being humble this week, and I was reflecting on it while I was gathered at the Order of Elders event. That's all of the clergy that are ordained elders in our annual conference. We're gathering together for a time of retreat, a time of sharing, a time of learning together, worshiping together. And as I was there, and especially when we had times of singing, and if you ever get a room full of clergy singing, it's really wonderful. And what I really enjoy about it is they all make me think that I can sing, which is really nice because when I'm left on my own, I really don't sing very well. I tried it once. I tried to lead the communion liturgy with just my voice, and it did not go well. But as I was reflecting on this gathering and all of these voices coming together and creating something far more beautiful than I could do alone, I was reminded that none of us, and even those of us in the clergy or professional ministry, we don't do it alone. The minute we think that we have it all figured out is the minute we're in a lot of trouble. And that's what I hear from this Pharisee when he comes to pray. It's almost like he's there before God and he says, I've got it all figured out, God. I do it all right. I come to church. I write my check. I volunteer once a work. I've got it figured out. And I can do it all on my own. And the other, the tax collector, gets there and really kind of says, you know, I don't have a clue. Can you help me out? I need forgiven and I need to be shown a better way. And that's the feel I had at this clergy event, the importance of coming together, of learning from each other, supporting each other, troubleshooting situations in our congregations, and just sitting together in prayer and support and worship. And it felt like a humbling moment to remind myself that I need the support of my fellow clergy. And those of us in congregations realize we need the support of one another. We can't do it on our own. And in the midst of feeling that humbleness and realizing that really when we're humble, we receive greater strength, because we start allowing others to help us out and to reach out to us, and we get the wider wisdom of a larger group. And so in the midst of saying, you know, humility really brings forth strength, I also then had a moment where I went from humility to humiliation. And humiliation is not the same thing as humility. Humiliation sends us under the table with a bright red face. And what got me into trouble was my phone. You see, I've been doing really good not touching my phone during our time together, giving all my time and presence to those I was gathered with at the table, except there was this one time when there was this kind of demonstration group happening a little far away from me, and it wasn't so easy to hear, and I was a little bit bored, and my favorite baseball team was playing that afternoon, and I wasn't content just checking on the score once in a while, because you see you have free Wi-Fi, and if you do it right, you can live stream the game. And so I thought, well, you know, I'm just going to check in and see how this rookie pitcher is really doing. Check him out a little bit, and it's like, oh, I have nothing to worry about. My phone is on vibrate. It'll be just fine. Except when your phone's on vibrate and you go to live stream, if your volume is still up in the other areas of your phone, you'll suddenly hear the announcer say, and it's the bottom of the fourth, and there it was, loud, 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 and everybody turned and looked at me, and I just wanted to crawl under the table in humiliation. being humble is not about being humiliated. Being humble is realizing we don't have it figured out on our own. We need each other. We need to learn from each other, grow from each other. We need to work together, because when we work together, we do so far more than we could ever do on our own. And this morning, we have a witness to that. We have a witness to how all of us working together help bring out a youth group that go and engage in service, and they learn and they grow in their faith from that. That takes some humility to work together to do something far greater than we could ever do on our own. So thanks be to God for the gift of humility. Amen.